Everybody has their warm-up, the assignment, and the maps, yes? Make sure we have enough maps for people at your table. If you have any extra maps, go put them back on my little peanut table after we get busy. So we should have the first 4 done. Let's go back and look at this together. So we start Unit 2 today. So we're going to go into the American Revolution. Okay, so we're going to try to get day 1 and day 2 notes done today. If we don't, we'll catch up on another day. So, number 1, British-controlled colonial trade angered colonists. What do we think it is? See, mercantilism? Okay, we'll go with that. We'll fill it in. 2, founded for Catholics seeking religious freedom. Good, Maryland. 3, claim New World land in New World to profit from fur trading. B, France. And then last, distance from Great Britain, First Great Awakening. D, good. Make sure we have that. Okay, here we go. This would be from yesterday, so this would be from the last day of colonization before we tested. You write what I what. Okay, this question has 2 parts. How many? 2. There you go, 2. The plantation system. What's a plantation system? They're large what? There we go, large farms. Developed as British colonists arrived and divided the land into large areas for farming. The climate was suited to the cultivation of cash crops. What are cash crops? What do we remember? Crops to what? Crops to sell. Okay. Unlike small subsistence farms is what you just grow to live off of. Okay, it's like having your own garden. You don't grow your garden to sell it. You grow it to what? To eat it, right? So unlike small subsistence farms, plantations were created to grow cash crops for sale. England's King James had every intention of profiting from plantations. Tobacco and cotton proved to be exceptionally profitable. Because these crops required large areas of land, the plantations grew in size, and in turn, more labor was required to work on plantations. More labor. Who did we get? There we go. We get slaves. Okay, so we're going to have 2 parts on this one. Okay, 5. What colonial region is being described above? What do we underline for the question? What are we looking for? Colonial region. Okay, answer it. Don't tell me, just answer it. Answer number 5. Make sure you're underlining what I'm underlining on your warm-up. And then answer number 5. Okay. 6. What impact did the plantation system have on the colonial region in part A? What do we underline for question number 6? Impact did the plantation system have on the colonial region? What colonial region did we say it was? The southern. Okay. So now that we know that, answer question 6. Now that we know that, answer question 6. And then flip it over. Okay, do we have that done? Yeah. 7. What was one, how many? 1 unintended effect of the distance between Great Britain and the American colonies. What's unintended mean? Like if I leave you unintended, an accident. What was an accidental effect of the distance between Great Britain and the American colonies? What do we say? What happened? What happened because we're so far from each other? So we needed, instead of laws, what's that G word? Needed government. Okay, because we're so far. Okay, answer number 7. Okay. Last one. This diagram compares 2 colonies in early America. Rhode Island, founded by Roger Williams, and Pennsylvania, founded by William Penn. Okay, where's Rhode Island? New England, middle, or southern? Yeah, you can look at your notes. Where's where's Rhode Island? New England. Where's Pennsylvania? Middle. Okay. Which of the following best completes the diagram? Okay, answer number 8. When you're done with number 8, highlight your name, quickly turn it into the tray. Quietly turn it into the tray. 6th period, you should have also picked up the packet that has your slideshows on it. You can put your name on the slideshow. 2nd period is going to follow along with Pear Deck, so that's why I'm flipping back and forth. 6th period, you follow along with the slideshow I printed. So 6th period, you have 4 papers. Everybody else had 3 to pick up today. Open up our notebooks to the next page. Okay. Okay, so today we start American Revolution. This is what your PowerPoint packet looks like. What do we think revolution means? War. Okay, what do we see in this picture?
Like
in boats.
There's like a lion there that looks like a king.
Yeah, it looks like a king. What else?
There's like a lot of soldiers.
A lot of soldiers.
There's like something in the water.
There's ice in the water. Okay, so we're going to start Unit 2, American Revolution. So, here we go. This is how you're going to title it. So, everybody's looking. This is our first page. Okay, I'm going to scroll down here so y'all can follow along. So, American, don't cut anything yet because you don't know what we're doing. American Revolution. What's the title of our first slide? British, French, what? British, French, rivalry. Title it, put it in our table of what? There we go. This is our new unit. So now we're in the American Revolution. We're going to talk about British and French rivalry. What's a rivalry?
Like they hate each other.
They hate each other. They don't like each other. Okay? You know, it's like 2 sports teams. They have rivals. Cowboys is the rivals for usually the Redskins on Thanksgiving. I don't know if that works like that anymore because multiple people play on Thanksgiving now. Eagles, see? Okay, rivalry just means you don't like each other.
Is this going to be like when they like dump the tea in?
This is the one where they dump the tea. This is the one Coach Allen will add the pictures from when she visited Boston so you can see what it actually looks like. Yes, the Boston Tea Party. Coach Allen's got a story about that one too. I'll try to get them uploaded for tomorrow so that way you can see it. If not, at the end of class, I'll just upload my phone and you can see the pictures that way. Sound good? Okay, so who's going to have a rivalry? So we have Britain and France. So first bullet point, Britain and France hated each other for centuries. How do we put that in 5 words? Who did? Who are we talking about? Britain and France. We're going to capitalize this hate each other. Okay, are they all trying to gain more power? Yeah. Okay, Britain and France really do hate each other for centuries. Okay, it's a big deal. Even though they're related. Okay, the kings of France and the kings of England are usually related to one another because they want to keep the thrones in the bloodline. Okay, yeah, like cousins marry cousins and siblings marry. It's a whole thing. Like, it's a really big thing. Anyways, we're moving on. So in North America, the 2 countries argued over ownership of the Ohio River Valley. So if we're looking at our map, we have Britain in yellow, France in what color?
Red.
Green. Okay? The green is what we're going to fight over. Okay? So, how do we put the second bullet point into 5 words? Using what are we talking about? What's our words that are highlighted? Okay, Ohio River Valley
Was wanted by both France and Britain.
was argued over. Because we know we're talking about Britain and French. So the Ohio River Valley was argued over. Okay? Argued over. So if we're looking at the map on our paper, that blue circle that says Ohio River Valley, that's what we're arguing for. It's almost like no man's land. Do we know what no man's land is? What is it? Yeah, land that no one owns. You say you own it, I say we own it, but we haven't really gone to war over it yet, have we? Do you think we're about to go to war over this one? Yep. Yes. Last one. Most American Indians sided with the French, who only wanted to trade, while the British wanted to take the land from Native Americans. Oh. Why? Why do you think American Indians are like, I'm going with the French?
Because they have like that.
They're being nice to them.
They're being nice to them. It pays to be nice, doesn't it? Okay, so how do we put that third bullet point into 5 words?
North America.
American Indians side with France. Okay? We can even double bullet point this and put a parentheses. They're nicer. Okay? They're nicer. Okay? It pays to be nice, doesn't it? Yeah, France is going to find that out, and Britain's going to find that out here pretty soon. Okay, do we have this one? And this was on page something. I think y'all are ahead of everybody. That's why I was looking at it.
Wait, because
Yeah, we're on 30. We're actually on 34. Everybody else is on 34. I'll catch y'all up later. Okay, so now we're going to move on. 6th period, write your answers on the turn and talk on the paper and put a smiley face in the top right corner. Y'all type in your answers for number 2. 6th period, answer both. 2nd period, answer number 2. Oh, no, you're right. We're on page 32. We are on page 32. Okay, so for the first question, over which land area in North America were Britain and France disputing? What's disputing mean? Fighting. So what were we fighting over? The Ohio River Valley. Good. Here we go. Next page, page 33. 33. So we'll put, if you want, you can put A.R for American Revolution. And then what's our title? That's fine. Y'all are ahead, like I said. Okay, A.R for American Revolution. If you want to abbreviate, you don't have to. And then it's colonists take action. Title it, put it in our table of what? There we go. Are we ready? Okay, so we are about to go to what? War over what? The Ohio River Valley. And who's fighting this war? Who are our two countries? France versus Britain. But who's siding with France? The American Indians. Okay, so we're going to take action. Okay, so under the leadership of 21-year-old George Washington. Have we heard of George Washington before?
Yeah.
What about him? What do we know about him? He's our first president. What else?
That he's a bad person.
That he's a bad person? That's up to you to decide. Okay, so at 21 years old, George Washington and 150 colonists fought the French in a small battle near the Ohio River. Colonists lost the battle. Why do you think we lost the battle? Because the American Indians won. Okay, we're colonists. Are we military? No. Does Britain have a great military?
Yes.
Yeah, but are we as colonists military? No, we're farmers. Or we build ships. Okay, we are not the British redcoats. We are farmers and build ships. Okay, we are not going to beat the French. So how do we put that into 5 words? So who are we talking about? George Washington. What did George Washington do? Fought the French. Okay, we'll put in parentheses with colonists. Okay, fought the French with colonists. What happened? Lost. Okay, colonists are not going to beat the French army. The British military will beat the French. They're pretty powerful and equal, but Britain had a better army. Britain actually had a better navy than anybody in the world. Okay, British Navy's great because Britain is an island. Okay, Britain is an island. It's its own thing. You think the Navy's going to be the best? Yes. Okay, second, Benjamin Franklin suggested the colonies join together under the Albany Plan of Union so they could be stronger against the French. Okay, what do we see in this picture?
A snake.
A snake? What about the snake?
It's like teared in pieces.
It's cut in pieces. Okay, what else do we see? Join or die. Is there anything else?
There's like letters, little letters.
It's all the colonies are labeled as pieces of the snake. Good. And that's also a picture of George Washington if you didn't know. So, Benjamin Franklin suggested colonies join together under the Albany Plan of Union. So, what are we talking about?
Benjamin Franklin.
What? Not who?
Or the
Albany Plan of Union. Okay? Colonies join what? What do we do? Colonies join what? Together to fight who? To fight France. Okay, who suggested this? Yep, so we'll double bullet point it. Suggested by Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin or Ben Franklin, it doesn't matter. He's the same person. So the Albany Plan, that's why we have the cut up snake. You're either going to join or you're going to what? Die. And it shows the little letters of the colonies. New York, New Jersey, Maryland, Pennsylvania, Virginia, South Carolina, North Carolina. Those are the ones that were in the Albany Plan first and were like, let's do this. Everybody else was like, whoa, bro. We don't really what? We don't really fight. Like, woo, whoa, calm down. Don't get too big for our britches. Yes, that is a saying. Don't get too big for our britches. Okay, we have it? Almost. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to go to our turn and talk. Okay. Okay, answer number 1. Second period, 6th period, answer both of them. And then 6th period, once you're done, I want you to circle Benjamin Franklin's name and put a star by George Washington's name. Ready, go. Not y'all, that's just 6th period. Because then I make sure they follow along. So answer question number 1.
Jonas has
I can't type. I don't have a box.
Just click on the screen.
I found it.
No. 6th period answers number 2. 2nd period, you do not. Okay, why did Benjamin Franklin want the colonies to work together?
Because they don't work together, they die.
Yeah, if they don't work together to die. Do you think Virginia could take on France by itself? No, but do you think all 13 could take on France? Yeah, so there's a power in numbers. Okay, 2nd, why do you think George Washington volunteered to lead a group of soldiers to fight against the French? Would you volunteer? Well, why do you think he did? This is just your opinion. Just tell me why you think he did.
Because he wanted to help. He wanted to help them fight against France.
He wanted to help them fight against France. That's pretty brave at 21, isn't it? Okay, pretty crazy. Okay. The French and Indian War. Okay, we're going to move on to the French and Indian War. Here we go. Oh, we do go to war, don't we? We knew it. Page 34. Okay, you can put American Revolution, and you can put what? A.R. And then we're going to talk about the French and Indian War. Title it, put it where? Table of contents. Okay, so let's look at our pictures. What do we see in our pictures? So the French and Indian War is actually who versus who?
France versus
France and who? Indians versus who? Yes, so this is, okay, we're going to put this above the title or under the title. It's still France versus who? Britain. The Indians side with who? France. It's still France versus Britain in this war. It's just the French and Indians versus who? Britain. Okay? Remember that. It's not France versus the Indians. The Indians liked France because they're what?
nicer.
They're nicer. So here we go. In 1756, Britain officially declared war on France and her allies. What's an ally?
Like
Teams up with them. So how do we put this in 5 words? Okay, 1756, what? Britain declares war on France and allies. Okay, because the Indians are France's what? Allies. We got to use our vocab words. Okay. So if Britain finally declares war, what are we fighting over? We are fighting over the Ohio River Valley. It's all about gaining more what? Land, because land equals what? Money, and money equals what? Power. Okay, so 2. Initially, the British lost a majority of their battles, but the tide turned when British General William Pitt assumed command. Okay, so in the first couple years, we were getting our what kicked? We're getting our butt freaking kicked, y'all. So we got a new commander. Does a commander make a difference?
No.
Yes. So how do we put this into 5 words? Who are we talking about? Yeah, British General William Pitt turns the war around. Okay? Turn the war around because who was losing at the first time? Britain. So we're going to tack on. They were losing until him. I mean, because they were, weren't they? He turned the tide of war. They were getting their butts spanked. And then William Pitt assumes command, and he turns the tide of the war. Now, who do you think is going to win? Britain. We'll figure that out. Okay? 3, Pitt decided that Britain would defeat the French regardless of the cost. Okay, 1, is war expensive?
Yes.
Why is war expensive?
Ammo.
Ammo, what else? Guns?
Armor.
Armor. We didn't have bombs back then.
Bases. Or trenches.
Trenches, yeah. Okay, but at this time period, were soldiers getting paid?
No.
Yes, they were. British soldiers were getting paid. So then you have to pay the soldiers. But 1, do you think we had very many British soldiers in the colonies when we started?
No.
No, we had to ship them where? To the colonies.
Did they also use telegraphs?
No, telegraphs weren't invented yet. Okay,
Until?
until him. Yeah, until him. Okay, so 3rd bullet point. Okay, so he envisioned that following the conflict, the colonists would pay for the war expenses. Whoa! So 1, he's like, we're going to win this at all what? Cost. And 2, who's going to pay for it? Not Britain. No. What's our 3rd bullet point say? Who's going to pay for this war? The colonists. Is this even our freaking fault? No. Homeboy said, it's fine. The colonists will pay for it. It's like you going out to lunch and your friend's like, it's fine. She's paying for it. No, ma'am. Okay. Do the colonists make money? Yes. But who's it go to? The government. Who's our government? The king. Okay. So how do we put this? We'll put this into 2 bullet points. So the first part, Pitt decided that Britain would defeat the French regardless of the cost. How do we start that one? Britain will win at all what? At all costs. Okay? 2nd bullet point, he envisioned the following conflict. Colonists would pay for the war. How do we do that? How do we say that? Who's going to pay for this war? Colonists will pay for the war. Okay, I don't know about y'all, but war's expensive. It's expensive back then. It's even more expensive now because now we have high-tech technology. Shh. Okay, it is what it is. How would you feel if someone was like, she'll pay for it? Did he even ask us? No. What do you think we would have said? No. I ain't paying for that. Because did we want this war? No. Who wanted this war? Britain did. The king wanted more what? Lands. We didn't ask for this war. We're just fighting in it. Okay? Because you get paid, right? We're just here. We're just making money. Dang. You think this is going to make us mad?
Yes.
Ooh. Oh, no. He's left us alone for all this time, and now he's about to make us what? Mad. Okay. Do we have it? Okay. Here we go. Answer both of them. Answer both. Remember, restate, answer.
We answer both.
Yep, answer both questions. 6th period, put a star in the top left-hand corner of this page. Make sure you put your name at the end of your turn-in talks. And then write in complete sentences. Okay, who helped the colonists defeat the French? What's his name? Not Benjamin Franklin. William Pitt. Okay, someone. Describe a time when you or someone you know spent too much money on something you later regretted. Have we had that? What?
I spent like $150 on a fishing rod, and a week later they were like 50% off.
Dude, I hate when that happens. Christian.
I spent like $100 on a cologne and it turned out that it was fake.
Ooh, fake cologne. Fishing rod that went on sale a week later. Yes.
So I had got a hoodie, but it was only like $20. But then when we went to the mall, I wanted like some shoes.
Yeah.
But I was literally exactly $20 short.
Dang. Yes.
One time I went to like a store and I bought like a $50-something drone and I haven't used it and it's just there.
Dang, dude. You bought a drone and you don't even use it?
Oh, you.
He's like, I'll take it.
It's like a foam drone, so like
Oh, like
during if like in the wind it won't.
Oh, yeah, it won't blow. It will blow away. Man, I can't get over. I hate when you buy something and then it goes on sale a week later. It really makes me mad.
When my mom bought like a whole bunch of like, I don't know, these like towels, but they were like really fluffy and stuff.
Hey, towels are something you do not skimp money on, okay? You want fluffy towels.
And then we went the next day and they were literally like on sale like for real for us.
Yeah, I hate when that happens. Okay? I mean, yesterday I was waiting for my chance to buy these limited edition shoes, and I waited all day. And my husband got a pair, but I didn't. They ran out of my size. So mad. So I bought the other limited edition pair that I wanted. I mean, it's still, they don't glow in the dark like the other ones do, okay? I want to glow in the dark shoes. No, heck no. Okay. Here we go. So we have the French and Indian War. Now we're going to end this what? War. We're going to finally end this. Okay, we're on page 35. 35. Okay. American Revo. What's the title of this one? End of War. Okay. Boom. Title it. Put in our what? Table of contents. We're finally going to get this thing done. We're going to end the war. Woo. I want y'all to tell me, what do you think? How long do you think this war lasted? Couple years? 6 years? 10 years? Oh, Jesus. We're gonna figure that out. We're gonna 26 minutes. No.
There's a war that actually lasted.
That was 18.
It was 18 minutes and that was a battle. Battles and wars are two different things, buddy.
No, but that's not like a war.
Oh, yeah, no. I don't know of any war.
Is Ukraine still fighting Russia?
Yes.
Oh, like as we speak.
It's been more than like.
Yeah. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I just thought of something. Flip back to page 34, French and Indian War. Just flip back. We're gonna add something to it. At the bottom, okay, I'm gonna add another bullet point. It's also called the 7 Years War. Why do you think it's called the 7 Years War? Because it lasted freaking 7 years. Okay, so if it's the 7 Years War, it's the French and Indian War. If it's the French and Indian War, it's the 7 Years War. How long did it last? Yeah, it lasted 7 years. We'll put that at the bottom. 7 years we fought this war. All for which piece of land? The Ohio River Valley. And who's going to pay for this? The colonies are going to pay for this. Oh, y'all, war is expensive, but 7 years war, okay? We're going to have issues, and our issues are going to have issue. We'll get to that in a minute in class. So we're at the end of this war, okay? So let's look at our pictures. Who do we think wins this one? Britain or France? Britain wins. Okay, so after the British captured the cities of Quebec and Montreal, which are two big cities in France, they're in actual Canada. Okay, Canada is French. French owned Canada for a while. Okay, France surrendered. What does surrendered mean? Good. So how do we put this in 5 words? France. No, let's use our vocab words. France surrendered. Okay, after what? After cities were captured. Okay, and those 2 cities are Quebec and Montreal. One of them is the capital of Canada, or capital of the territory. Okay, so France surrendered only because we captured their 2 important cities. That will really hit you, won't it? Yeah. So France surrendered, Britain wins the war. 7 long years. Okay? 7 years. And then France finally surrenders because we finally make it to Quebec and Montreal, which are in present-day Canada. Okay? Second bullet point. France signed the Treaty of Paris of 1763, which gave the Ohio River Valley to the British. How do we put this into 5 words? Treaty, what? What's our bolded words? Treaty of Paris, 1763. Here's the reason why the date's important. We will have another Treaty of Paris, okay? History, we're unoriginal. We use the same things. New Spain, New Mexico, New England. We are unoriginal. We will use Treaty of Paris again. We can't think of anything different. So Treaty of Paris, 1763. France gives up what? What did we get? What?
Ohio River Valley.
The Ohio River Valley. So we get the Ohio River Valley now. Britain now owns the Ohio River Valley. Make sure we're writing this down. Okay, so France gives up the Ohio River Valley. Crazy. After 7 years, we finally give it. You think we'll be excited? Okay, here's the reason why we need the Ohio River Valley. 13 colonies are running out of room. Everybody wants to move over there to make money, right? We want to get rich. Okay, will you run out of room eventually? Yeah, so we needed to move. Can we move east? Why? What's in our way? The ocean. What ocean? Atlantic. So the only way to go is which way? If we can't go east, we go west. Okay, so we're trying to go west. We bump into the French in no man's land, and we're like, hey, we want this. So we're fighting for the Ohio River Valley so we can move west. We can expand. Does that make sense? And who's in our way at this point? France. And we just win it. So now we're excited because we can now move which way? West. We can have our elbow room back. Okay? So, woo! 7 years. We win this war. We get to move west. We have the Ohio River Valley. Or do we? Okay? Last bullet point. However, King George III, he's going to be our king for this entire revolution, issued the Proclamation of 1763, which states colonists could not cross the Appalachian Mountains into the Ohio River Valley. He said, you shall not pass. So that whole land we fought for how many years? Can we use it? No. Okay. So how do we put this into words? What's our bolded words? Proclamation of 1763. Okay. Colonists shall not pass. Okay. Shall not pass. That's a Lord of the Rings reference if you don't know. Coach Allen makes a lot of literacy reference. Okay. You shall not pass. Okay. Which mountains? The Appalachians.
Is there any experience that mountains?
Okay. So you shall not pass the Appalachian Mountains. Okay. So we can't use the Ohio River Valley. We just spent how many years? 7 years fighting a war for the Ohio River Valley so we can move which direction? West. We win the whole war, don't we? Okay. Win, dub for us. Haha, France. And then he goes, you shall not what?
Pass.
You can't pass the Appalachian Mountains. You can't even use it. Here's why. Okay, just because we kicked the French out, who are the French allies? Indians. Who still lives in Ohio River Valley? Indians. Okay, we just spent 7 years on a war. Do you think we could keep going against the Native Americans? Yes or no?
No.
No. War's what? It's expensive. He's like, we started moving west, and the Indians are like, bro, what are you doing? You can't do this. And they're like, hey, time to go again. And King George is like, bro, I am like broke. Okay, he's like, I ain't got money to my name. We can't afford another war. With the who? With the Indians. We'll add that. Due to Native Americans. Okay, so you shall not pass. Don't pass the Appalachian Mountains or you'll get arrested or whatever. Okay, so we can't even pass. We can't even use the Ohio River Valley because we don't have the money to fight the who? The American Indians. We're broke, people. Broke. Okay, King George III can't have cake today. Broke. Okay, now what you're going to do, cut out one of those maps and glue it at the bottom. Cut out one of those maps and glue it at the bottom. If you have extra maps, come stack them back on my peanut table. What? My sharpener isn't what? I know. I'll plug it in. Okay, so this is the map that we're gluing in at the bottom. This map right here. Glue it in. And then we're going to write on it. Hurry, you got about 30 seconds. Glue it in at the bottom. If you want to color coordinate this map, you can color coordinate this map. Yep, bottom of the page we just did.
Why is this one so pixely?
Because it just is. You don't really need a very good view of this one because we're just going to draw on it. Make sense? If you have extra ones, put them back on my little squiggly peanut table. My blue table with chairs. Glue it at the bottom so it looks like this. You can fold it in half if it doesn't fit. Fold it in half if it doesn't fit. If you need a highlighter or something to draw on it, get it out. Marker, it's easier than pencil. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to color coordinate this. Do you have to? No. So right here. Actually, I'm going to make this a little thicker. So right here is the 13 what? 13 colonies. Okay, so we have our 13 colonies. That's what we're going to write down. Okay, now I'm going to switch colors. Okay, then this circle right here is what? What did we just win in this circle that I just drew? Ohio River Valley. Okay, so there's our 13 colonies. There's our Ohio River Valley. How long did we spend fighting for this? 7 years. 7 years. That's a long time, y'all. I don't think y'all realize how long that is. Okay, and then he said we can't pass what? Appalachian. So we're going to draw a big red line straight up like this. This is what we like to call the proclamation line of 1763. Okay? You shall not what? Pass. You shall not pass. We can't pass. Okay? What are these mountains called? What are they called? Appalachian Mountains. So we can't pass the Appalachians. We can't use the Ohio River Valley. Okay? We can't use it, but who's paying for this war? Who's us? Colonists. The colonists wanted the land, yes? The colonists won the land, yes? Can we use the land? No. Who's still paying for this land? The colonists. Okay, that's like your mama buying you a new iPhone and then saying you can't have it. But you're paying for your iPhone, but you can't have it. What's the point? Right? Yeah, it sucks. Okay? It's like buying you paid for brand new shoes, you bought your brand new shoes, and your mom says you can't have them. But you paid for them, but you can't have them. Saved up for like 6 months of your allowance, bought you your brand new Jordans, your brand new Yeezys, and your mama says you can't have them, even though you paid for them. That's messed up, huh? That's messed up, AA Ron. Okay. When you're done, put your name, date, class period on the assignment. You can leave your journal open because you may need it for your notes. Your journal check will be next week. Next Friday, because we didn't have very many notes this Friday, did we? No. Okay. Do we have this? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, help your buddy if you don't. Name, date, class period on our assignment. Today is 9-11-25. Okay. Here we go. So, use the information provided in your knowledge of social studies to help you answer the following questions. I'll help you annotate. You what? Answer. So, what is the title of this map? What do we underline? Title. Answer it. Here, let's annotate, and then y'all can go back and answer. 2. What natural feature runs along the proclamation line? What are we underlining? What are we looking for? Natural feature. What do we know is a natural feature? What is a natural feature?
Like, trees.
Trees, mountains, things like that. Good. 3. Why did the proclamation line anger colonists? What do we underline? Proclamation line anger colonists. Why? 4. Why do you think the majority of the colonists did not cross the proclamation line? What do we do to explain? Box it. So have that underlined, and you can go back and answer in a minute. Okay. Hold on. There we go. 5. Which of the following best describes what happened at the end of the French and Indian War? Select 2 correct answers. What do we underline? 2, and then we put a top. So how many answers should 5 have? 2. Okay, flip it over. We're going to help do the CER together. Okay, so what happened at the start of the French and Indian War? Explain. So, what do we know that happened at the start of the French and Indian War? How do we restate this question?
What happened at the start of the French and Indian War is
What happened at the start of the French and Indian War is, and then write your what? Your answer. Okay? This is our C in CER. Okay? Don't write this part down. But this is our C. We then have to what? Explain. Okay? So fill it in. What happened at the start of the French and Indian War? Who was winning this thing?
French.
France. You can say France was winning at the start of the French and Indian War. Okay, how do you explain this? We'll do this together. We'll do this part together. Is France was winning. Okay, so France was winning. How do we explain that?
But France was winning because they had the allies of the American Indians.
They were winning due to having an alliance with who?
The American Indians.
With the Native Americans in America. Okay, finish this. You have the rest of class. This is due at the end of class. Got it?